All right, here we go. First and foremost, let me, if you are sensitive or if you believe what people tell you instead of researching for yourself, you might just not want to watch this video. Now, I am not saying this video to insult anyone's religions, beliefs, but you need to open your eyes to reality and really truly look at culture, history, science, physics, what is revealed to you, what is hidden from you, to scope a better picture of the reality of what you really are as a human being, whom you really are, what you really are, and what is really being hidden from your real history. Let's analyze something right now. First and foremost, happy Passover to everybody celebrating Passover. Happy Easter to everybody that's going to celebrate Easter next week, April 20th. Tonight, I had the honor and pleasure to be invited to a beautiful Passover dinner. Very beautiful. The last time that I was at one was many years ago when I was a teenager. One of my best friends at the time invited me and welcomed me to his Jewish family to experience the Passover, and I don't remember it as much then. And I think though, as kids, we were just more in tune with other things. But now, as an adult, you know, I was a part of it this evening, and it opens my brain up to seeing very specific things. Now, you guys know I've always spoken about sound, frequency, vibration. Okay, well, something very beautiful. There's singing, there's reading a story, there is a singing, saying specific phrases, doing specific things in what could be said to be rituals, dipping a finger in wine and pressing that finger of the wine to the paper 10 times, saying words, singing and saying phrases, wine, certain foods, certain symbolic actions and sayings and songs and praise. Now, fundamentally, I have always told you guys that you have to dig deeper beyond the Bible. Now, Jewish and Christian, Catholics, etc., we all share the same similar thing, that Old Testament. And tonight, Passover kicked off, and that celebrates Moses, instructed by God to lead the Israelites out of the slavery. And my thing is this. Again, I'm going to bring it up. You have to study your emerald tablets and Summerian tablets. Those predate any and all Bible by thousands of years. Thousands. And it is in these where we learn of the Annunaki. And if you truly study and you actually have that consciousness wake-up call, and you see what they, the elite, government, govern your mind, break it down, government, govern your mind, what they release to you slowly to avoid massive chaos, slowly, because of the mind control and the physical control that they have over you, governing you, both religion and government. You will learn Just like how they revealed about the pyramids and the structures underneath the pyramids, because those are energy devices. Um, Stargates, energy, electricity, harnessing the earth, the electromagnetism. That's what it's all about. Electromagnetism. And if you break this down, you will learn of Enel. You will learn the Anunnaki, Enel. You will read and study about that Anunnaki's relationship with the human, the creation of the Anunnaki. You will learn in the original texts, it says the gods, plural, created man in their image and likeness, plural. The Anunnaki beings created the human beings, DNA, genetic modifications, to be their slaves, to assist the Igigi who were complaining, and they created the human worker. The Anunnaki were those tall, giant beings. There are reasons why there are sarcophagi and sarcophagus in the pyramids that are massive in size. They hide the giant bones, they hide any proof of giant man existence. They hide this from you all. There is a reason why NASA owns the rights to the pyramid and the Grand Canyon. All around the world, there are these pyramid structures all around the world. Hieroglyphs, laser etched carvings. Human beings, I'm asking you to open your eyes. Truly, truly break down these religions that you have been fed to, that you have been fear-mongered with the fear of hell and fire and brimstone and Satan and his pitchforks, and they're going to kill you and burn you if you don't follow these rules. You're being lied to every second of every waking day and every second that you sleep, thinking about this. Whom are you praying to? And I'm going to break this down too. Now, you see that sometimes many people stay like this, like this, like this. We're not throwing symbols. There are reasons. There are all reasons. We are electric beings. Energy, lights manifested into the physical. We are energy beings, just like a positive and a negative coming together. The positive, the negative comes together and it completes the circuit. This is why, look up mudras. Mudras. There are very specific mudras. Okay? You want to research all of this. It is connecting, completing the human circuit, the 7 chakras, the 7 days of the week. God created the earth in 7 days, 7 layers, 33. Freemason number 33. How old was Jesus when he surfaced? 33 when he died. 33 vertebrae down your spinal column. Guys, let me break down everything right now for you. The Anunnaki. Okay? It was the Anunnaki who instructed. Let me back up a minute. Book of Enoch was removed from the Bible, right? Look this up. Because they didn't want to reveal how when Enoch was taken up by the alien beings to see what the earth really was and to see the heaven and the beings, they wanted to hide this all from you. Man created the Bible. Man picked and chose which books went into that Bible. Man and Romans did this to govern your minds and control you. So then you have Enoch's son, Noah, okay, whom there are ancient writings that said that Noah had the glowing eyes. Was Noah a mixed breed of alien, Anunnaki, and human? We know that there was crossbreeding going on. We know that the giants intermingled with the humans. We know through ancient stories all around the known world that we live in, and I say known because there's a lot of things that you guys don't know about that are hidden from all of you. And they intermingled. And then the flood happened to wipe it all away, to erase it, to eliminate perhaps the impurities or what they assume to be wrong or the evils. But this person, Noah, was instructed and given the technology. Now, let this make sense to you. To put two of every thing onto this craft. Well, we see now DNA harvesting. We see DNA rooms that have all the DNA samples of every single species. We have this here on Earth now. We have it. Guys, look it up. Look it up. Okay? And then 1,000 years later, 10 generations, 1,000 years later, what now surfaces? Moses. And there are stories. Now, we know the story of they say that, they had to take Moses and put him in the basket and put him in the water because they were killing all the firstborns. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. And when you dig deeper into history, you come to find out that Moses was the brother of Thoth. And you dig deeper, and it's a possibility that Moses was also the mixed breed Anunnaki human alien being. And this is all in historic cultural texts. And they hid specific stories from all of you to protect you as a human being. What would it make you guys feel different if you knew that human beings were created by other higher multi-billion year advanced beings? Would that make you feel different? Would that make you feel different if you knew that you were created from another being and not of God? Because the gods they speak of in these Bibles, in these stories that all copy the Emerald Tablet Summerian texts, all copied, names are changed. Please do your research and you will find this out too. This is done to protect your feelings as a human being. And we get to Moses, whom was the brother of Thoth, taught Moses. And you dig deeper into that history. And Moses now was told to lead the people out of Egypt, the pyramids, because after those great floods, if you study your tablets, you learn that Thoth was then sent down to the earth to rebuild the pyramids all over the world. Study your ancient history. There is a reason why these governments and these religions hide this from you. But the truth is slowly coming out. The truth is slowly coming out about these pyramids. And it's much more than energy harnessing. This is stargates. This is multiverse. This is dimension. This is 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D. This is of a higher level than anybody. Anybody. This is on a higher level. So Moses now is instructed from God, right, to lead the people out of the slavery. Lead your people. And here's a staff and the Ark of the Covenant. You have to build it. The Ark of the Covenant. And you're going to split that sea. Guys, it's all physics. It's all science. It's all powerful weapons, powerful technology that was given to this person, Moses, in history to lead the people from slavery. Okay? Guys, as much as family is beautiful, and as much as you think your religion is right, and as much as you think you love God, you don't know what you really are loving. You love what you believe in. You don't know whom or what you are really praying to, worshiping, idolizing. You don't know what your sound frequency vibration is actually doing or manifesting when you sing these praises, when you clap your hands. That is sound frequency vibration. Why do you think that human beings sing? Why do you think that human beings are drawn to music? Why do you think that music in itself, sound frequency vibration, hertz, has healing properties that can rewrite your DNA and heal you? It's the truth. Why do you think that during and after World War II, they got rid of all the bells in the world that healed the people? All gone. World War II changed a lot of things. What happened in World War II? Hitler, the Germans, downed alien spacecraft, reversed technology. Oh, man. And then so many of the beings came here because of fear of nuclear destruction, because a nuclear explosion here hurts and harms the other dimensions and the other extraterrestrial, the other extra lands outside of that ice wall. Study Admiral Byrd. Study your ancient history. And that's going to bring us then back now up to Jesus. The letter J never existed. The man's name was Yeshua. And I know that now all the Catholics and the Christians, and I went to Catholic school all my life, literally from kindergarten to St. John's University. And I'm telling you, it's a $1 billion plus corrupt organization. Because the letter J never existed. There was no named Jesus. A man's name was Yashua. That man trained in Coptic, Cairo, Egypt. We're back in Egypt again, where Moses just went with the people to free them from slavery. And now it all goes now back to now Egypt again. The pyramids, Thoth, the Egyptians, the Annunaki beings, the pharaohs, the rulers of hundreds of thousands of years, the capabilities of transferring your consciousness to other bodies so you could live longer, thousands of years. This is all in historic record. But see, you people do not have the knowledge or seek the knowledge you are supposed to, because you don't give a shit. No one gives a shit. You guys listen to anything and everything someone else tells you, and you blindly believe it instead of digging, researching, and making things actually physically make sense to you. See, that man Yeshua, man, not God, man, raised his consciousness. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the Christ. And if you study all of the texts, he never, first of all, he was a practicing Jew, Jewish religion. He was a practicing Jew. Never once said, hey guys, let's all just create a new religion. Follow me, worship me, and my Father and the Holy Spirit, and just follow all three of us and pray to my mom and pray to my dad and pray to all these saints. He never said that anywhere in any documented scripture or gospel or papyrus writings ever on the historic record. The man named Yeshua, who you call Jesus Christ, Jesus the Christ, or the Christ, never, ever, ever, ever once said any of this. But you all did it because the Romans decided, let's take a bunch of these stories and let's make a religion. And this is powerful, and let's control all the people. And guess what? They got you all. They suckered you all. And you look at the Pope's robes and the Pope's hats and the Pope's staff, all Anunnaki symbols. All Anunnaki ancient symbols. And you got symbols of the serpent. And you have the sound frequency vibration in all of those churches and cathedrals. And you have the photos of sound frequency when you I'm sure everybody's seen the sugar tests, when you put the sugar or the salt on the flat plane on a surface and you impact it with vibration, sound frequency vibration, it makes certain shapes, certain patterns. Guys, you guys are all being duped. You guys are all being duped. You guys are all being controlled. And you're being controlled spiritually, mentally, and physically with pieces of paper, not even backed by anything anymore. Nothing. It's not backed. It's not backed by anything. And you guys are all being suckered. You guys are all being suckered. You see how they silence me too? See that? These views suck. These views suck. And I'm sure I'm on CIA watch lists. And I'm sure that I'm being watched. And this is why I'm being silenced. But this is just not right anymore. This is not right anymore. There are people dying. People have died because of mass killing viruses. People die every day from cancer. People have died from AIDS and HIV. All lab created biological weapons of mass destruction. And it's still gonna keep on happening because that's big pharmacy, ladies and gentlemen. Big pharma making that money, taking that money from all of you so that they could control you, You go to work, you still pay us. You go to work, you buy this, you pay us. You're buying this, tax. You're buying this, tax. You're buying this, pay your taxes. Every single thing is a control mechanism. For what? You got to pay to live on your own planet. You pay to live on your own planet. You pay to eat food produced on your own planet. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Humanity, it's getting worse and worse. And I wish that you guys would actually give a shit and question a lot of things spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because at the end of the day, especially the stories of what you guys know as Jesus Christ, Yeshua, is scientific stories. Numerology, 12 apostles. The 12 astrological signs. Each one of those apostles possessed the traits of each of the 12 astrological signs. Plus Jesus is the number 13. The number 13, the number 3, the number 6, the number 9, the number 33, the Masons, the Freemasons, 33 vertebrae down your spine. And the most important part is that each and every single one of you has the Christ. And this is science, not religion. The Christ, the pineal gland, sometimes noted as the third eye, and the Christ oil, the chrism oil, the Christ oil, goes down the 33 vertebrae. Same way how Jesus traveled down, right? Crucified, the crux of your body, the crux, crucified. The same way how that chrism, Christ oil, goes down the vertebrae, 33 vertebrae, stays in the crux of your human body for 3 days. Coincidentally, the same number of days that whom you call Jesus Christ was in that tomb. And on the third day rose again, what you call Easter. And you guys can please Google this, research this. On the third day, the chrism comes up from the crux, back up the 33 vertebrae, back to the head, the pineal gland, noted as the heaven. This is your heaven, head. Hell is heel. Hell, heel. Ladies and gentlemen, these are stories. Stories back in the day to try to teach people science. Stories, just like comic books, just to try to teach a story, a lesson. Then it gets more advanced and more advanced and more advanced. And then you have school. Well, don't you find it odd that they teach a certain curriculum that has to be state-approved curriculum? The curriculum that they want you to only know. Brainwashing 101. Because you all are subconsciously pre-programmed as human beings. Your body is subconsciously pre-programmed, hence you're subconscious. The activities that just go on, that just happen. Guys, there's so much that I could touch base on and talk about. It's up to you to truly dig and research. Because if you notice, this device is that CIA government tracking device that watches you, that listens to you, that locates you, that takes your facial scans, your retinal scans, your facial IDs. You were trained to do selfies. You are trained to make videos. You are trained to record your voice. Look at me now on YouTube. Look at all of us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, blah, 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 blah. AI apps. Make yourself into an action figure toy. Just take your picture. Guys, human beings all over the world, I know that I'm silenced. But there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 people that will find the message. You must relay the message. You must relay the message. Because it's getting worse and worse and worse. We watch these televisions, we watch the fake news that is so negative. Today, somebody died. Today, this person got killed, raped, abused, blah, blah, blah. There is never any beautiful, positive news. Never. Maybe a 2-minute segment, and the rest of the hour is all death, killing, war, politics, arguing, fighting, yelling, screaming, hate, 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 negative, negative, negative. Why is that? Because they are subconsciously lowering a human's frequency. Lowering it. They're lowering it. They're suppressing you. My friends, there are 28 days in a moon cycle. There is a reason why a woman has a menstrual cycle. 28 days, moonstral cycle. Okay? There are original 13 months in a year. Okay? This was all changed on you guys. We don't know what year we really are in. The new year is truly April 1st. Spring, new, life, refreshing. You gotta dig deep. You have to study your ancients. You have to study ancient history. You have to dig even deeper than that and find the truth. Because what you think you know and what you are being taught, unfortunately, is all a subconscious, mind controlling, govern your mind, religious distraction of fear mongering to distract you, control you, and manipulate you. Raise your frequencies. How do you raise your frequency? Sound frequency vibrations. Hertz. Turn off those bullshit radios in your cars. Turn off the nonsense of I'ma kill a nigga, I'ma fucking kill you, I'ma fucking turn that rap shit off. Turn the shit off. Turn the violence off. Turn the bullshit music off. Sound frequency vibration. And if somebody or your friends or whatever the fuck, and they're like, what are you listening to? What the fuck is this? You tell them and you educate them. I'm listening to Hertz. This is the God frequency. This is the healing frequency. This is because it's important. There is a reason why they got rid of all the bells and they tried to tell you that the world needed all the metal for weapons and stuff. Bullshit. Sound, frequency, vibration. There is a reason why the movie industry and the music industry is all corrupt. There is a reason why they're trying to lower your human being frequency. And by doing such, their revenue increases. You are just doing. You guys know what Peter to Paul means? Peter to Paul means this. Let me show you. Okay. Peter to Paul. For example, this is your paycheck. You worked 40 hours for somebody, and then here's your paycheck after the government, govern your mind, takes out a chunk of your money, and then they give you this, right? Oh, well, you still got to buy food and clothes and shelter. Oh, and I'm going to go and buy this song and go and watch this movie. There's the movie industry and the music business industry. There's your money. So listen, guys, I know, and me myself too. Listen, I'm in the collectibles industry, right? I mean, we got to love something, right? We got to like something. We got to love something. I like art. I like art, comics, and they even in our industry, there's still those manipulators and liars and thieves that are corrupt and do gimmicks and bullshit just to get everybody's money, you know? And then there's people that actually love it and love the history and love the knowledge. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been 36 minutes. I don't want to go longer. I could talk about so many things and make you guys aware of physics, science, technology, truth. Raise your consciousness, everybody. Manifest. You could do it. Believe it. See it in your mind. Believe it to be true every day. It will become true in your reality. It's a hard process. It takes much focus. You can do it. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And again, listen, enjoy your families. Enjoy your friends. Happy Passover. Happy Easter. I'm not saying stop believing anything that you all believe in, but make sure that you really understand what you're believing in and take it one step further and question, where did that story originate from? Seek the truth and you'll find the truth. Good night, guys.